Hey guys, welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and this is actually like the new Damachi. What if I'll be doing my what if Bell has solo leveling got taken down. I made a video of that. Like heck, the whole Damachi solo leveling system was actually taken down. So yeah, I'm truly sorry about that, guys. But heck, I'm bringing a new what if, and I actually thought about it, and heck, I'll be doing like what if Asta. No, wait, sorry. What if Bell had Asta's powers? So, yes, he will have the Grimoire and the demon like Libby. I think that's like his name. I actually don't know. And yeah. So, oh yeah, and like before I can even continue, like Grimoires in this world, they are so rare to even have. Like about like 1 out of 1 trillion even have Grimoires. So yeah, it's super rare to even have one Grimoire. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the story. Now, as we begin with that story, we go off right there, like back, like way back before even like what the canon series even starts. We go back all the way right there to the Zeus and Hera familia back in that time. And back in that time right there, like there was actually a person right there, like who wielded right there, like what the black 5-leaf clover. And this is actually person was actually called Miatella. This is actually Belle's mom, as she was actually part of the Hera familia. Now Miatella, she didn't actually like okay, she would still have the sickness like her sister like Althea, but right there like she would be like not be in bed all day. If you guys actually play the game, like she was always in bed, so she couldn't actually like move around a lot, so she was super sick. So but in this one she'd be able to move around a lot, and she with her sister would be part of Hera familia, as they would be like mostly the top adventurers in Aurario, like the second best actually. As Miatella, she was actually the greatest swordswoman of all to live. I read that like her deadly swords and also like what anti-sword, it was completely on a whole different level. And yes, she wields all like the 4 swords in like what like the one Asta had. So yeah. Her anti-magic was completely on a whole nother level. She can negate any like magic attacks, and also right there, she can also absorb them and also counter them. And yeah, and she also had a son called Libby, like heck, the demon, the devil. So yeah, well, and also right there, pregnant with like Belle. Her and her sister right there was the second strongest in Hera familia. She was actually like what a level like what 7 at the time, alongside with her sister. Until really the day came that the Black Dragon will come, as like Miatella were already giving birth rather to Belle, as she will actually leave Belle rather in Zeus's care, while rather like the Zeus and Hera familia went off to challenge the Black Dragon. As they're like see that Miatella and like guys, you know how powerful Asta's sword is. They were completely right there, like the Black Dragon was strong, but Miatella right there was the main right there like what fighter. She was able to neglect some of the magic attacks from the Black Dragon. Heck, she was the one who even right there like what took off the Black Dragon's eye. And also right there like heck, Iron's father, yes, he did the most damage right there to the Black Dragon. So the two of them was like they did the most crucial damage, as most like nearly all of the like what well mostly all of the like Zeus and Hera familia, they got slaughtered, like guys, like I mean slaughtered, like completely massacred. As right there like heck, Miatella, she got injured too. She got also defeated by the Black Dragon, even though she was like what level 7 with anti-magic swords and things like that. Like she could easily right there like what defeated the Black Dragon, but because of her sickness, it actually took a toll on her. And yeah, so pretty much right there she got defeated by the Black Dragon. As until we go on to like Belle, as he's growing up, until right there he reached the age of like what 7. Belle already like grew up with heroes, things like that. As heck, so pretty much yeah, so he would still have that love for heroes and things like that. Also right there, Zeus would tell them about like Belle about heroes, how crazy they are, or how powerful they really are, and they always get the girls. Now, this one, Belle would actually train at a young age, right there, like kind of like Asta did. Like heck, he's so inspired that he would say like he was gonna become the most powerful adventurer of all time. So yeah. Now when Bell, now we will actually go on to like Evilith, the Aurario invasion. Like if you guys actually played the game, Aurario was actually invaded by Evilith. Now, Miatella with her sister Alfia and Zod with like we were like what destroy like what Aurario, which they were actually kind of, I actually don't know if they were being controlled and things like that, but in this one they were, so heck. Not like, oh yeah, we'll do whatever you want, but they can't break free from Evilith's like spell, so they're gonna have to go along with it. So yeah. Now, before Redell they even left, Miatella wanted to see Belle for the last time, as like heck, with her sister along with Althea, they go to see Belle. Now Belle was actually like asleep at that time, and Zeus seeing like Althea and Miatella, as he knows what actually is gonna go on. They're going to invade Aurario, and like heck with Evilith like curse Belle and things like that. So yeah, as basically Miatella, once she saw Belle sleeping, she couldn't help but feel Red joy, as she would leave her grim war with Belle, as she would tell Zeus to take care of him and also to raise him to be the strongest hero like this world has ever seen. Seeing that he's the descendant of the Zeus and Hera familia, which Zeus will actually comply. As with Althea would wishing Belle also goodbye, which Zod, he would kind of actually feel sad, not knowing to know Belle a little bit longer, but still, they have to go. So the three of them will actually leave, Belle's village. It was the village that Asta was raised in, so yeah. So, heck, once they actually was leaving right there, Belle actually will wake up, as he will go outside looking for his grandfather, which his grandfather will be looking out in the distance. As there will be like three figures. Belle will see three figures, two with white hair and one with red hair. Belle will see right there like one of them kind of looks like him. As Miatella would would look back, as she will see Belle for the last time. As she will let down right there a tear will fall down from her face. As she would just actually wave back to Belle, seeing that they will be right at her final meeting. As Belle didn't know who the woman is, she just waved back to her and smiled. As we time skip to where Aurario would be completely overrun by Evilith. As pretty much right there, like if you guys played the game or read the game or watched it, yeah, you would know that like Aurario was completely overrun. As Althea, she would have the same death inside like the game. She will fall inside the pit of fire alongside right there Miatella. And before she dies, she will actually just say one thing, as she will wish for Belle to become the strongest adventurer, and also that she will always be with him, dying right there in like Evilith alongside with her sister, and also Zod doing the same. So pretty much that really happened when this all happened when Belle was actually 7 years old. Now we go on to Belle. Belle was actually just like, he doesn't know who those people were, and he actually asked Zeus. So Zeus would say heck, some old friends of mine. Once you're old enough, I'll tell you the truth. And Belle, heck, he would just agree, as he would just ask his father for some more training, that he wants to become that hero even more. So for the past all the way to Belle was actually 14 years old, Belle will continue to train. So he would train right there his body, doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats, running, and yeah, so he would do the same kind of training what Asta did. As Zeus, when Belle actually turned there was when Belle was actually 12 years old. Zeus gave Belle the Grimoire. Zeus told Belle that this book was actually his mother's, that to always keep it close to him, which Belle would do. As yeah, we time skip to where Belle is 14 years old, as this is the time that Belle will actually leave right at his village. Now Zeus didn't actually fake his death. He sees Belle was actually aspired to be a hero, so he actually stayed. Pretty much Belle will actually will say goodbye to his grandfather, as he will leave to Aurario. As the whole thing right there with Belle looking for a familiar will happen inside the whole original anime or manga. where people will actually go over there say Bell is actually too weak, or you need to be over there a certain age, or you're not strong enough, until over there Bell meets over there Hestia and things like that. So yeah, so everything will play out similar to the anime as we go on right there to the canon start of the real anime of Danmachi, as we will see Bell actually on floor 5. Pretty much right there, he's slaying some monsters, which Bell in this one will be kind of strong, as Bell will also know Ki just a little bit, but not that much, as he'll be able to, Bell was actually slaying monster after monsters, as right there, while Bell was actually taking a break, he would hear trembling, like a roaring trembling, like distance inside the dungeon, as once Bell looked to where the trembling was coming from, to his surprise, he would see something that something that actually caught his eyes. He would see right there just one Minotaur. Wait, not 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, 10 of them. Does Bell say, "Holy shit, 10 Minotaurs? How did 10 Minotaurs get on this floor?" To where Bell just he was actually thinking right there heck, he should pretty much run. But if he ran right there and the Minotaurs is actually pretty much chasing him, he pretty much will bring them onto the surface. To where Bell right there, he would just take out right there his sword, as the Minotaur would just start charging towards Bell. As Bell, he would right there start running away, but also right there face off against the Minotaur at the same time. As Bell continued this for about 10 minutes until he was actually overwhelmed, cornered right there by the Minotaurs by a wall. As the Minotaur surrounded Bell, ready to actually kill him. Bell right there was saying "I can't die here. I promised grandfather that I'll become a hero, and I will actually keep my promise." As right there, the grimoire that Bell has on him right there, close to him, as heck, it will start to glow right there, black and red aura. As right there, pretty much right there, the book will open. As pretty much right there, this will actually surprise Bell, as he would see a sword coming out, the Demon Slayer. As Bell seen this, he was completely surprised by this. His other sword already broke, as there was actually now a new one just right in front of him. Bell, seeing that the Minotaur was just about to kill him, just nearly seconds away, would not actually hesitate, that he would just take the giant Demon Slayer sword, and with one slash, one right there cross slash, Bell would completely kill the Minotaurs in one slash, all 10 of them. Bell, he would be surprised by this, but also he would start limping. He would dig his sword to the ground as he would lean on it. Holy shit! What the heck was that? Wait, is this a grimoire? I actually believe right that Grandpa never actually told me this. So this is actually a grimoire I have, and he said it belonged to my mom. Incredible! This Bell would say. As Bell, he would just be so tired, as he would say "Damn, I better get on to the surface. I don't want to stay down here. If 10 Minotaurs escape, it'd be better for me just to get out of here." To where Bell, he would just leave right at the 5th floor, but unaware to him, somebody was actually watching him. About already 2 people. This was Tiona, the Amazonian with the flat chest and awesome eyes. They didn't see the full fight, but they actually saw the part where Bell just cut down the 10 Minotaurs with just one slash and things like that. They didn't see the grimoire, of course, so yeah. They just saw his giant sword, to where they were actually completely surprised by this, that he just with one slash cut down the 10 Minotaurs. Before they can even question anything, they will actually hear they actually remember something, heck, pretty much there was actually more Minotaurs that needed to be secured. So heck, they even heard Bell saying that he has to go to the surface. So yeah, Tiona was actually completely surprised, you see that? He completely cut that thing down with just one slash. Who is he anyways? I actually don't know. But truly right there, it's actually amazing how he actually cut down it with just one slash. But we can't focus on that now. We have right there a bunch of Minotaurs to actually cut down. We will pretty much time skip to where Bell, he'll be coming out of the dungeon, as he will go right there to Aina, as everything would go similar to the anime, which Bell was saying like Miss Aina, things like that covered in blood. But this time, not thinking about Ainz, he would tell like Aina about the Minotaur, which Aina would be shocked and also scolded Bell for being on floor like what, like 5, seeing that like he was only a level 1, but his stats were actually pretty much decent. But yeah, but she's still worried for him, like he needs to get a party and so yeah on. Which Bell would actually agree, as he would just go and cash in right there like what, his magic stones, as he would get right there like money out of it. So yeah, as Bell, he would just go right there like to the church, as he would just meet his goddess right there like what, Hestia there. As Bell will actually explain to Hestia about the Minotaur attack, as Hestia will be so worried, as she will be saying like, Bell, are you okay? Did the Minotaur actually get you? Are you hurt? As to where Bell will say like, I'm fine, goddess, like just Hestia, you don't need to worry about me. And plus, I can't die and just leave my goddess here. And this one right there, like Hestia will see Bell as a son. So yeah, to where Hestia would just will say like, well, I guess right there like it would be okay right there to leave things like just up to you here. So yeah, we pretty much time skip to where about like one day will pass. Bell will go into the dungeon, as he would just as he's walking, like before he goes to the dungeon, he will meet Thea. Thea will invite Bell to go to the tavern, as you know, things like that. As we pretty much read the time skip to where Bell will go to the tavern, as he would pretty much right there like what, meet Thea there, as Bell, he would just meet Mamma Mia, as she would just give Bell some food. Bell, he would completely like accept the food, as he would start eating. As pretty much right there, as Bell was eating, just pretty much like 8 minutes will pass until the Loki Familia comes in. As Bell, he knows about the Loki Familia. Well, he kind of heard about them. They are the second strongest in Aurario, which Bell completely looked at the group to see like, heck, all of them kind of seem like really like powerful people that he actually wants to fight. As Bell, he would just like know like not to pick a fight with someone, so he would just keep on eating his food. As Bell was actually eating, minding his own business, you would hear it as someone saying, "Okay, guys, cut the crap. Come on, you're really telling me right there like what? That kid defeated about 10 Minotaurs? Don't give me that crap. This kid obviously has some help by someone at least, or he probably used one magic weapon or something. There's no way right there that kid can easily one slash defeated a Minotaur. 10 of them. Don't give me that crap, eyes, Tiona. Come on, you don't need to feel pity for just for the kid. Tell the truth. Tell the truth that you pretty much already defeated those 10 Minotaurs. Heck, I'm pretty sure that kid was actually running like hell around the dungeon, screaming like hell, chasing around by 10 Minotaurs. I actually heard right that he got covered in blood, that pretty much everybody was talking about him in town. They're now calling him the Tomato Boy. To where this was actually bait, as he was actually bad-mouthing about Bell. As right there, like Bell hearing this, like he would say like, huh? What? Wait, what? To where Tiona would say like, well, we didn't defeat him. For what we saw, it was actually the kid. Like, heck, he was actually kind of powerful. He was holding right there like this actually giant sword, and with one slash, he completely cut it down. I mean, we didn't see the full fight, what really happened, but that's what we saw. Trust me, it was actually amazing. To where right there, like Ainz will also nod her head, also with agreement. To where Babe would say like, don't give me that. Come on, right there. Do you actually believe him defeated about 10 Minotaurs? I mean, heck, think about it, guys. Heck, him in our party with you guys. I mean, no, not you, our party, Ainz, the Ainz Wallenstein. Right there, can you believe him? Right there, as you, him as your partner. Also, you, Tiona, can you actually believe someone him as your partner at level 1? Don't give me that crap. It's total bullshit. To where Bell, he would just take his last right there simple drink, as he would just go on, as he would pay for his like meal. To where Bell, he would just walk out of the tavern. Nobody would then notice him. But right there, he would just spot a glance right there from Ainz. Ainz would be looking at him, to where she would just think like, heck, it's him. But it was already too late. Before she can even act or react, Bell was already out of the tavern. And Bell, he doesn't complete. Instead of going home, he completely went to the dungeons. When Bell got there, he was just actually standing on like what the fifth floor, as monsters was pretty much like what dust so, like spawning and things like that. As Bell, he was just ready to summon the Grimoire, taking out right there like the demon slasher, his hair covering his eyes. As Bell, he would just say like, "What the heck with that puppy right there? I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna become the strongest right there adventurer and hero in the whole of Varario. Trust me, I'm gonna become the strongest right there inside this whole world. Believe it." To where Bell, he would just go charging in with the group of monsters, cutting them down. Bell, he would spend right there the rest of the night there until Bell, we would time skip to Bell inside the morning. As Bell, he was just like walking to his place, to where Hestia was actually kind of worried for Bell, seeing that he hasn't returned right there like last night. She actually hopes he's okay. To where Bell, she would just see like Bell from the distance, as she saw something horrifying. She would see Bell covered in blood, bruises, things like that. As pretty much right there, like Bell was actually holding right there his grimoire. And I actually kind of forgot to tell you this. Bell actually did tell Hestia about the grimoire, to where Hestia she'll be surprised, but she would tell Bell to keep that kind of thing a secret. So yeah, she doesn't want any people to know about it, because having a grimoire is super rare. And once she sees Bell, she completely rush towards Bell, and she'll say like, "Bell, are you alright?" To her Bell, he was just say like, "Goddess Hestia, I want to become strong, more strong right there to actually defend myself and also you. I want to be a hero and adventurer, the strongest one there is, Goddess Hestia." He says right there as like what, Hestia will look towards Bell, as she will say like, "Okay, Bell, if you stick with me, I'll make you the strongest right there adventurer." But guys, I think I might actually end it here for today. This has pretty much been part 1 of what if Bell had Asta's powers, and I know this was actually short, but I'll be posting right at the next what if. It's gonna be like what if Issei had the Chaos Emerald, and I'm gonna finish that. That's only just need 2 parts of it, and then that's season 1 of that thing already over, and then I'll pretty much be finishing off the probably most of my Issei one, or probably I might finish off with the My Heroes one, but still. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys inside the next one. Peace.